Okay, this is my review, and it's a review of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Now, for those of you who have seen my video for the review of Sonic the Hedgehog 1, you'll know that I absolutely loved it. Don't know what took me so long to watch it. And then now I've watched the sequel, and right off the bat I can say that I thoroughly loved it. Really funny as well. So and judging by what's happening, we'll be getting a third one, which it richly deserves. Right off the bat, we know that that Dr. Robotnik, or Eggman, was left trapped on a planet, a mushroom planet, and there's kind of a funny sequence happens there. In the end, obviously with his intellect, he finds a way of getting off the planet using a new ally, and that's Knuckles, for those who may remember from the Sonic games. So that's so we then go back to Sonic, who now wants to be a hero, but his father, or human father should I say, or adopted father, Tom Udasky, basically says that he's not ready to be a hero, and then he needs a lot of growing up to do, which actually says an important message in the actual movie itself as to kind of what happens. And then obviously Robotnik and Knuckles now are after Sonic the Hedgehog, because according to his people, they were after this powerful gem, and then Knuckles thinks that Sonic knows where it is, and then it would make his people proud, well, as he's the last one. So they then, with Eggman in tow, they then both go after Sonic the Hedgehog. But then we see Tails from the second Sonic video game then comes to Sonic's aid, and then and helps him, and then they both team up now to go and find the Emerald. Meanwhile, before this, Sonic's adopted parents, Tom and Maddie, end up going away to their to his sister-in-law and her sister's wedding. And then all I'll say is that the whole wedding sequence and how that plays out, that was kind of really, really funny. And then with the so-called wedding, there's an actual twist that happens with the wedding, and then Maddie's sister goes completely off the deep end, and that whole entire sequence in terms of what happens, and obviously the very reveal on how they have to, and what transpires, and as to why it's all happened, was absolutely hilarious. And let's just say it involves Sonic, and it's absolutely funny in terms of what actually happens. Obviously Sonic and Tails are then traveling around to try and find the gem by finding a compass, but then surprise surprise, Knuckles and Dr. Robotnik are basically using the technology to actually find them. And then eventually, obviously, you know what would happen. They get one step ahead of them, and then Robotnik and Knuckles end up finding him with the gem, with Sonic turning up right at the last second. And surprise, surprise, we all know that Robotnik, aka Dr. Eggman, can't be trusted, and ends up turning on Knuckles, because he's very kind of naive, thinking just a simple handshake would make him a loyal partner. And as we know, Dr. Robotnik cannot be trusted. The only person that he cares about is himself. And obviously he does get the gem, which obviously makes him super powerful, because it basically turns anything that you can think of into reality, which is music to Dr. Robotnik's ears, because obviously he wants revenge against Sonic, because obviously for dumping him on the planet, and also he wants the power to sit there to conquer the universe. So you can see where his power lies. So that was kind of great. And then now Sonic and Knuckles and Tails all have to team up to take on Robotnik. And then there's something that happens in how he defeats him, which is right out of the games, which I won't spoil. And then the wedding thing Sonic gets help from his adopted parents, Tom and Maddie, in escaping Robotnik. And then obviously, I would say that slightly before, but before the final confrontation with Robotnik, Sonic gate crashes the wedding, and it's actually a funny sequence into Sonic gate crashing the wedding. It's kind of really funny in terms of what actually happens and how it happens. It's kind of really kind of funny. So yeah, they eventually defeat Robotnik, but obviously we know that that's not going to be the last of him, because obviously defeating him is not it's kind of never easy, and he never kind of, as most villains, they never truly go away. So yeah, and then there's a Easter egg with revealing the next villain, which again is from the actual video games as well. So that's going to be interesting, which will set up the third movie. So yeah, looking forward to that. But yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really funny, and you can see that Jim Carrey was just totally insane. That movie, he was totally perfect for the actual role. You can see that, although people may see him just hamming it up, you can totally see that he was enjoying himself, having fun in the actual role. And then when you see actors enjoying and having fun in their role, you kind of sense that enjoyment. So that was really funny. I would even turn around and ask to say that the actual special effects were actually really good, and probably even better than the first one. It's just even right down to the attention to detail to Sonic's fur, and even like the actual environment itself, where it's water, or even some of the parts where they were on the icy mountains. It's just the actual detail and the lighting and the textures, so to speak. It was just really kind of really detailed. It was it was kind of breathtaking. I mean, I can imagine what that would have looked like. What that would have looked like in 4K. I mean, it probably would have looked breathtaking, but it already did. You know, from what I saw of the streaming services of Sky. But as I said before, really enjoyed the movie. I thought it was really funny, really entertaining. I think, I don't know, remember if it was a little bit longer. It did come out in 2022, so I didn't see it in the cinema. It eventually appeared in the UK on Sky, so I just downloaded it for free off there. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I had a lot of fun, and I couldn't stop laughing. I mean, I was laughing out loud so much with some of the stuff in it. Sometimes some people use humour in certain things, and the actual gags are a bit cheesy. But with this, it was actually funny, and there was a lot of life lessons for Sonic in terms of being a hero and family and having a wingman. And Knuckles was funny in it as well, and he was voiced by the actor Idris Elba, who I at first wasn't sure about whether or not his voice would fit the role, but it actually did with him voicing Knuckles. But yeah, really enjoyed the actual movie. So yeah, eventually I will buy the what do you call it again, the physical version of it. But until then, yeah, it definitely gets a big thumbs up from me, and roll on Sonic 3. Anyway, I hope people enjoyed this video. Please feel free to share and to like with your friends and family, and also you can give the video a thumbs up, because that would really help in people finding my channel or my content on YouTube, because obviously the YouTube algorithms. Also, if you haven't, I know some people haven't subscribed, but if you haven't, please feel free to subscribe to my channel, and I'll speak to you all again soon. So take care, bye for now, and wherever you are in the world, please stay safe. Bye for now.